This is one big mess.
Well, we proved that the pole's good to make it through a flood.
Yeah, and nothing like the real thing to give you an idea of what can happen and can happen, huh? That is unbelievable. I just can't believe that. This stuff is thick.
Yeah, we can.
There's a nice indication of the high water mark right there.
Yep. And see, I've got elevations that were shot through.
I did start to sweep this thing out. Maybe I should take a picture first. God, this is that second concession stand. There's where I start sweeping out already. And on the walls, you can clearly see the high water mark. Lovely. Now, as we come around here, I guess we will be canceling games. This is something, you know, all this devastation. I want you to take note that this mop has been here since last night, and it never moved an inch. Isn't that incredible? Did all this and left the mop standing. Yeah, let's walk on over. Ooh. As you see, we'll head on into this other concession stand. I opened this thing up, there was a blooming mess. That bread tray was in front of the door, or behind the door. I couldn't get in. I'll move it out of the way. See the high water marks on the shelves there. And nice mud, cups, coffee. Really? Fun place, folks. Paul Denham was here. I watermarked there on the door. So that's about a foot in height. Paul Denham was here, the civil engineer, and who was doing our floodplain study. Real timing, isn't it? Well, let's take a look out in the parking lot. You know, I've seen rains down here where this thing's been filled with water, but this is all run off. This came through quick. Now here's a new field. It's perfect. No problems, no bother. It's in great shape. And there's our restrooms and the walls. And as he says, everything is anchored solid and withstood all this. So, no proof we could stand a 100-year flood if we just passed the 100-year flood mark on this rain. A little rough trying to walk with a camera. Water into there. Anybody for a picnic table? Now that table used to be faced right about here. And that has been anchored down and withstood that. Now we had that thing anchored, it didn't tear apart or anything, but it's there okay. Pretty messy in here. No stuff. Look at the door. See where the water came through here. Now it's at a concession stand. Out to the fields. The bases are gone. Ooh. And back to #1 dugout that looks like a swimming pool. It did and it still does. We have to bucket that sucker out. Across the fields. Oh, those are fences came down. And they are down. They're way in the back. You can see that fence is down too. All things considered, I guess it could have been worse. Looks like quite a bit of that water is washed into the corner down here, and that is actually where that little pile there is supposed to be a pile of the infield clay that we use. Well covered with debris. Now this fence here we put up to keep people from breaking in back here and driving in, and that fence held up. No, this is not an ivy covered fence. That was just the debris that washed through it. Yeah, I prefer an ivy covered fence. That's Leon Creek out there. Nemesis. Walking through the woods here, you know, just coming in from fields. Washed through here pretty good. Ah. Shit. Yep. Stand on that little log there. Not too stable. There's Leon Creek. They say a taxi cab washed through it, but nobody can find a cab yet. Water's not too bad. Someday I'll come back and take a picture when it's dry. Oh shit, don't tell me I didn't have this on when I was recording those two guys going by. Did I do that again? Let me walk back down here. I don't think I can see them anymore, but there was the two guys who, yep, they just walked through here a little while ago. Yeah, there you are. Still see the one down there. I don't know if I'd added something in there. Taxi cab drivers who lost their cab last night in the flood. I didn't know to keep my finger off the button. Here we go again. Coming through here. Zoom out. Oh, what a mess. Devastation City. This is definitely not going to qualify for videos, home video funnies or whatever it is. Just want to look at my shoes, wallow in this crap. Hey! Gives you an idea of my footprints. These are my brand new shoes. Yeah, they're broken in. That's a base sitting out there. That for the backstop. The perception of the depth of the crap that's on the field here. Came washing through here. That is. Oh shit. Are the worst part right here. Yeah, in my opinion. Pretty thick crap. It's a mess. Got some people here working. Yeah.
That one in the back there wasn't on last night real well either.
I came in here and took a picture. I didn't open the cupboards up.
Yeah.
That one thing of bread there was Rick got the restroom detail. He's a shitty guy anyhow. And a couple inches of mud in there. That's Susan. She took over the job as taking caretaker for our concession stands and all that. What a year to start. I got the real workers here.
Got you on film down there, you trouble.
Yeah.
Your wife will find out where you really work.
Well, what can they do? We're going to have them pick up the piles. This is at night. Since about 3:30 on, people have been showing up, and it's been great. Goes to show you, people will come through. But yeah, we lost a few lights. Tough shooting those. The fire ants are unbelievable. They're just unbelievable, just walking through with all these fire ants.
Bends over and those shorts, underwear shorts. I guess we got the hose to get it down with the hose.
I was here 10:30 this morning for those first pictures. You can see it's 8:30 tonight, and I'll just show you what a crew of people can do. This was all that messy stuff.
Hi.
They just got this field cleaned out. Big difference. Of course, our fence is still down. Look at this crew over here on the girls' field. Great work.
You thought it was just me.
Give you an idea how deep this stuff was.
Better than the one I got though.
Worse than there. Yeah, it does. I'll tell you, when we get out of here, then you can break that up.
Hello, Jimbo.
It's up to Linda's knees.
Again.
That's one of the piles. There's another one on the other field.
Now this is a wheelbarrow.
You're not going to give me anymore, huh? You're just going to... Oh, man, we don't have time for that. That's all right. Well, I'm crying out loud, Linda.
All right, I quit.
No, I told you.
Here's the shovel,
Yeah,
right?
no toes. They're going to call me no toes.
See the difference of this stuff. Folks, it's a little over 12 hours since I've been here. And I want you to look at the difference. Same day.
Come here, baby.
One fence is still down.
Let's go over here.
Look at these fields.
We should leave all this stuff down there. Yeah, they fixed it.
This was a
Really nice. They did a lot of work on it. I don't know. How about that?
one heck of a crew.
You're doing